Channel Sports Central will be going over an NFL game preview and prediction in the 2021 divisional round matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens, two teams of which have had outstanding seasons, and both teams are coming into this game as some of the hottest teams in the NFL for sure. This is a huge game for the Buffalo Bills as well, considering, this is a team that hasn't had a whole lot of playoff experience over the past few years, and so this is a big game for them, especially considering they've got a good chance to make it to the AFC Championship here. As for the Ravens, they're 11-5, and this was a team that fell short in the divisional round last season, so they're hoping to bounce back on that. But that being said, we're going to be going over a full game preview and prediction on this game here today, starting out with your team trends. Last game for Buffalo, they beat Indianapolis 27-24 in the wild card round. As for Baltimore, they beat Tennessee 20-13, so both teams are coming off of great wins. For the Bills, of course, that was kind of a scary game there. The Colts really hung on there until the very end. So that was a good win for the Bills, but it was definitely very close. Kind of the same thing for the Ravens. They were down early to the Titans, and it looks like Tennessee was possibly going to get the win there, but ended up being a Ravens win, which was big for this team. Winning streaks for both these teams. Buffalo is the second seed, 13-3, 6-game winning streak, and then Baltimore is the fifth seed, 11-5 record with a 5-game winning streak. Games will be on Saturday, January 16th, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time in Orchard Park, so Buffalo will be the home team here. Spread currently says Bills by 2.5. ESPN FPI is also going on the Ravens side, 51%. Then your Vegas prediction is 30-27 on the Buffalo side. So Bills are favored here in two areas in comparison to the Ravens, who are actually favored in the FPI. But it's really close in the FPI here. We got a 51% for the Ravens, and it's just almost 49% for the Bills. So it's a very close line on the ESPN FPI, but really for the spread and everything else, it's kind of on the Bills side, but this is going to be a close game, that's for sure. Both teams have got a lot of momentum coming into this matchup, that's for sure. Once again, if you look at both teams have got great winning streaks coming into this game, as the Bills are on a 6-game winning streak, Ravens are on a 5. And really both teams in general have been very dominant down the stretch. Both teams have really improved over the course of the season. But here's your stat comparison here. These are your leaders in yardage on both sides of the ball. We got Josh Allen on the Bills side, who's put up over 4,500 yards. He's had a huge breakout season for the Bills. He's put up 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. It's been really an outstanding season out of Josh Allen. You also get Devin Singletary, top running back for the Bills, who's got nearly 1,000 yards, 2 touchdowns. Then Stephon Diggs has had a huge breakout season as well. It was a great decision on Stephon Diggs' part to move to Buffalo, because it was a good trade is what I should say, because Stephon Diggs has had a great season here in Buffalo with over 1,500 yards and 8 touchdowns. Second receiver is Cole Beasley, right around 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns. Then Gabriel Davis is shortly behind him with 600 yards and 7 touchdowns. As for the Ravens side, Lamar Jackson's had a good season, not quite as good as last year, but he's put up 2,800 yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Got J.K. Dobbins, who's put up nearly 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Gus Edwards has put up 900 yards with 6 touchdowns. Then Marquise Brown, of course, has also put up a decent amount of yardage with 770 yards, 8 touchdowns. Then Mark Andrews is not far behind, top tight end on the team and also second in receiving with 700 yards and 7 touchdowns on the year. Some key points for this one, of course, the Bills are definitely the hottest team in the NFL, in my opinion. If you look at this team, they've won 6 in a row, and they've won 6 games in convincing fashion. This is a team that's been playing very well down the stretch for sure. They beat the Colts, but they blew out the Dolphins in Week 17, blew out Patriots in Week 16, blew out Denver, and they also had a big win over Pittsburgh on December 13th. So down the stretch, the Bills have been on fire. I definitely think this is the hottest team in the NFL right now. I'd even say that over the Packers and over the Chiefs right now. I think the Bills are definitely the team that's got the most momentum as far as it goes in the NFL right now. But the Ravens, they're the dark horse team in the playoffs, in my opinion. This is a team that easily could go on to the AFC Championship, and I said that in my playoff predictions video, if you guys watched that. Ravens are definitely the dark horse team in the playoffs. I think the Ravens have had a really good season down the stretch, and they've been really improved over the course of the season as well. So the Ravens are looking really good right now. This is a team that was 6-5 at one point. Now they're 11-5, and they just won a playoff game. So the Ravens are definitely playing very well right now. But really, how each team would win in this situation, really, if you look at the stat comparison on both sides, both these teams, the Ravens have only allowed 51 rush yards per game. So there's that. The Ravens have got a great rush defense on their side. And as for the Bills on their side, the Bills are great in the passing game. Meanwhile, the Ravens aren't as good in the secondary. So that's going to be huge for the Bills here, considering that the Ravens are, the Ravens' main strength on the defensive side is in the rush defense. So that's going to be a huge positive for the Bills in this game, and that's why I'm going to go with them here. I think the Bills are going to get the win. It's going to be very close. So I think the Ravens are going to lead it at the half, 14-10. Final score 27-21. We're going to see the Bills come back and get the win in the second half. But this game is going to be very close. This one was a really tough one to predict here, considering both teams have been doing, 1, very good down the stretch, and 2, Both teams have been playing very well in general lately. And, I mean, if you look at the Bills and Josh Allen, I mean, Josh Allen is definitely a quarterback that I like better than Lamar Jackson right now. Josh Allen over the course of the season has put up over 1,500 yards. So the Bills are definitely looking like the better team right now, and I got to go with them. 27-21 is your final score. Probably is 60% towards Buffalo, but let me know your thoughts and comments below on this game. Score predictions, all of that, let me know down below. Appreciate you guys all watching. Stay tuned for more from All Sports Central. I'll see you guys all later.